In this topic on the applications of trigonometry, we are going to learn about bearings. Now, bearings is defined as the angle of an object in relation to the north, measured in a clockwise direction. In order to measure bearing, we will need a north line. And the horizontal line here is actually the west-east line. Let's say we have an object here which is a boat, and we are asked to find the bearing of the boat from O. Now, how do we do that? In order to find the bearings, there are four basic things to take note of. Firstly, we must draw a north line at O. Next, we will need to draw a line joining the boat and O. Or we can say that we draw a line from O to the boat. Next, we will find the angle from the north line at O to the line joining the boat and O. In order to do so, you can start from any points at the top parts of the north line. For instance, we'll start here. And the bearings is actually the angle from the north line to the line joining the boat and O, which is this angle here. Finally, we'll indicate the angle using 3 digits. In this case, since it is 48 degrees, we will write down 048 degrees. Let's look at another example here. And this time round, the boat is actually at another position. Since you're asked to find the bearings of the boat from O, we will draw a north line from O. Next, we will draw a line joining the boat and O. Finally, we will find the angle from the north line to the line joining O and the boat. So let's start off from this point here. And the bearings is actually the angle from the north line to the line joining O and the boat, which is the angle indicated here. In this case, the bearing is 220 degrees. And since this is already 3 digits, we do not need to add another 0 in front. In this next example, we are told that the bearings of A from C is 035 degrees, which is the angle from the north line to the line joining A and C. And we are asked to find the bearing of B from C. Since we are asked to find the bearings from C, we will need to draw a north line at C here. And this has already been done for us. So next, we will need to find the angle from the north line to the line BC, which is this red line here. And the bearings will be this angle. Can you find what is the value of this angle? Yes, the bearings of B from C is simply 35 degrees plus 60 degrees. For the working, you do not need to write in 3 digits yet. You only need to write 3 digits for the final answer, which is 095 degrees. Next, we are asked to find the bearing of C from A. In order to do so, we will first need to, draw a north line at A. The bearings is the angle formed from the north line from A to the line AC. First, indicate a point at the upper parts of the north line here. And you will draw an angle from the north line from A to the line AC. In order to find this bearing here, you'll need to use 180 degrees plus the angle here. In order for you to be able to label what angle this is, it is useful to name the north line as N and S. And therefore, this angle, we can call it angle CAS. Do you know what is the value of this angle here? Yes, it is 35 degrees because of alternate angles. And therefore, the bearing of C from A is simply 180 degrees plus 35 degrees, which is 215 degrees. Since this is already in 3 digits, we will leave this as the final answer. Another way to find the bearing of C from A is to first find this angle NAC. Do you know the value of this angle here? Yes, it is 180 degrees minus 35 degrees because of interior angles, which will give us 145 degrees. After knowing this angle, can you find the bearings of C from A? Yes, we will have 360 degrees minus 145 degrees, which is 215 degrees because of angles at the points. Next, we are asked to find the bearings of C from B. And the first step is to, draw a north line at B. And the bearings is the angle from the north line to the line BC. Again, we'll start off with a point at the upper part of the north line, here. Next, we'll indicate the bearing by drawing an angle from the north line to the line BC. And again, it is useful to label the north line as N and S. Do you know how to find the bearings of C from B? Yes, we can use 180 degrees plus angle CBS. And angle CBS is equals to, 95 degrees because of alternate angles here. And the bearing of C from B is simply 180 degrees plus 95 degrees, which will give us 275 degrees, which is in 3 digits. If we can find angle CBN, we will be able to find the bearings of C from B as well. Do you know what is the value of angle CBN? Yes, it is 180 degrees minus 95 degrees because of interior angles. The 95 degrees here is given by 35 plus 60 degrees here. And we will have 85 degrees. Therefore, the bearing of C from B is simply 360 degrees minus away 85 degrees here, which will leave us with 275 degrees as well. We are now asked to find the bearing of A from B. In order to do so, we will first need to, draw a north line at B. And the bearings is the angle from the north line to the line AB. We will start off with the points at the upper part of the north line. Let's say here. And the bearings is the angle from the north line to the line AB. Can you find this angle here? Yes, in order to find this angle, we first need to know what's the value of angle CBS. And angle CBS is equals to 95 degrees because of alternate angles. The bearings of A from B is simply now 180 degrees plus 95 degrees plus 58 degrees, which will give us 333 degrees. A useful tip is to always keep a lookout for alternate angles and interior angles when solving problems involving bearings. This is because the north lines that you have drawn will always be parallel. In summary, to find the bearings of B from A, we will follow these 4 steps here, which is to first draw a north line at A, followed by drawing the line from A to B. And we will start off with a point at the upper part of the north line. And the bearings of B from A is the angle from the north line to the line AB. Finally, leave the answer using 3 digits. For instance, 050 degrees. And useful tips for solving bearings question is to look out for alternate angles and interior angles. Finally, do take note that when solving problems involving bearings, you can also use sine rule. Do you remember when you can apply the sine rule? Yes, when you are given a side and its opposite angle. And in this case, we have the side AB given and its opposite angle 60 degrees given as well. Likewise, you can also apply cosine rule whenever applicable. Do you remember when you can apply cosine rule? Yes, we'll apply when we are given 3 sides or when we are given 2 sides and an included angle, like the example here. That's all for this topic.